seen it all in boxing. Chamberlain being crowned champion, once again showing the world why he is the greatest. Left hook on the temple, unbelievable.
We start with a special showcase bout.
It's an absolute monster of a lightweight.
She wasn't going for goal, but she'll happily accept it.
It's gone all the way through, and look at this! Chewinga! Did you dare write Barcelona off?
The career of one of the all-time greats is all but over.
Nice comeback.
Uma oportunidade de dizer alguma coisa que eu acho que nunca disse.
Let's get this party started.
NFL Game Pass is now exclusively on DAZN.
Let's get this thing going.
Watch every game, plus the playoffs and Super Bowl. It's your all-access pass.
That's how you fight a southpaw. Well on his way to coming back.
Italia does it again. Look at the emotion.
Boxing on DAZN, sponsored by William Hill.
Y'all ready for something new? Just eat. Oh, you thought it was just burgers and fries. They got more flavors than you tasted or you heard in your life. Yummy. It ain't only restaurants anymore. We can go bananas at the grocery store. I'm a bad girl, but my takeout better. What you need, dude? I could cop a taco platter. And my sushi train is on loop. When you're this slick, what you gon' do? Did somebody say just eat?
My allegiance is to you. Do you believe me?
Your father was a weak man. He believed in the rules of the heart. But the heart is not meant to rule.
I am Paul Atreides, Duke of Arrakis.
And I will do what must be done.
Dune Part 2 in cinemas now. Book tickets.
Boxing on DAZN, sponsored by William Hill. The following program is recommended for those 16 and over, as it contains sporting violence, possible bad language, and flashing imagery. The DAZN Boxing Show is live from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. And for the final time this week, we're nestled inside the Greek quarter of Boulevard World. Knockout Chaos is now just a day away, and all that remains is the formality of the weigh-ins as we make the hardest hitting card in boxing official. Here we go, one more day, just one more sleep until Knockout Chaos, one more sleep until Anthony Joshua takes on Francis Ngannou in a 10-round, I'm going to call it big showdown. Adi Oladipo, Darren Barker, Barry Jones. Gentlemen, here we are. And by the way, full crowd.
Yeah.
Full crowd as well. Everyone's getting excited. I feel like it's been this kind of build-up till this.
And now we just want it done, don't we? We want the weigh-ins done so it can happen. It can all happen on Friday.
Yeah, look, you can see it's upped a little bit now. The energy in this auditorium.
Auditorium, well done. Yeah, well done.
Auditorium is a different level. It's full. It's there's that special feeling in the air that something big is going down tomorrow night.
Yeah, a couple of big boys as well, Darren, and Barry in our co-main main event. I feel like we started the week and it was almost like an 80-20 swing AJ. I feel like as we've got here on Thursday evening, it's almost like 70-30. It's closing and closing by the day.
That's because every time you see Francis Ngannou, you go, oh, look at the size on him. And he's had the question, you question yourself anyway when the fight gets close, but when you see the size of these monsters, and you do question yourself. But I'm more confident now after seeing AJ yesterday when he was shaped up with Ngannou. He didn't look as small as I thought he looked against him previously. And that's my mind playing tricks on me. But
No, you're right. I saw a tweet. Someone said, okay, 1 second. That poster that you can see over my shoulder, which makes Ngannou look a lot bigger than AJ, maybe that poster's a bit deceiving. Ngannou's big, but he's not that much bigger than AJ.
No, yeah, so this, you have to go with common sense. You feel the common sense. But for this today, no, this is the last time they're going to look at each other before they touch gloves, before the first bell. And that's where you want to really, if you can get any edge on your opponent, this is the time to do it now.
Yeah, look, it's been an incredible week. You see the QR code, scan that, because tomorrow it's going down and it's going to be exciting, and I'm looking forward to it just like every single person in the world.
Live on DAZN worldwide, Friday, March 8th. Joshua versus Ngannou. His earthquaking power shocked the world. The left fury floored.
Big shot from Ngannou.
Now back into the ring. He seeks to knock down and knock out. But AJ is back. The pursuit of 3 times world champ is on. It's all to fight for in knockout chaos. Live on DAZN worldwide, Friday, March 8th.
All right, let's do this. I can see all the officials on the stage, as is our MC, Thomas Treiber. So let's throw down to the big man.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the official weigh-in for Knockout Chaos, a great night of World Championship Boxing tomorrow live from Kingdom Arena in Riyadh, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. It is being brought to you by Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Boxing and Frank Warren on behalf of Queensberry Promotions in conjunction with Riyadh Season, National Events Center, General Entertainment Authority, GIA, Gold Star Promotions, Gimmick, and Sella. This great event will be televised live in the UK on DAZN pay-per-view and Sky Sports box office, and live around the world on DAZN. We would like to extend a big thank you to the custodian of the 2 holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, His Royal Highness, the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, and His Excellency, Chairman of the General Entertainment Authority, GIA, Turkey Al Sheikh. We now get the weigh-in process started. Our first 2 combatants competing tomorrow in a scheduled 8-round international heavyweight contest. It is brought to you in association with Boston Boxing Promotions. Let's first welcome, coming to us from Cypress, Texas, USA. He brings a professional record consisting of 11 wins, 5 defeats, 1 draw. 4 of his 11 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Juan Torres.
This ain't Texas. Ain't no hold'em. So lay your cards down, 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 down. So park your Lexus and throw your keys up. Stick around, round, 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 round.
And his opponent tomorrow night, a native of Ukraine, now fighting out of Los Angeles, California, USA. He is undefeated with 9 wins, 8 of his 9 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Andre Rampage Novitzki. Let's welcome first to the scale, Juan Torres. $255.6 for Juan Torres. Now to the scale, Andre Novitzki. $239.4 for Andre Rampage Novitzki.
Here we go. This is going to be like a massive size difference here, which we clearly know. Torres obviously has to get close. Look at the difference here. What is it? 4 inches potentially? Novitzki, obviously the unbeaten Ukrainian. A lot of people are talking about him. He wants to impress.
Yeah, he does. Look, Novitzki, a very good fighter. He makes things look easy, but you talk about the height difference there. Torres is a very good body puncher. I've said it before, offensively, he's good.
Oh, what was that there? That was like, I want to push you, but I don't know
you
if
wanted
I'm
it to go there, didn't you?
I was
You know, more important than the height, see the reach? His shoulders are about 4 inches above Torres' shoulders, but the hands meant the same length, and that's going to be the difference.
Yeah.
Our next two combatants to the scale competing tomorrow night in a scheduled 6-round international super lightweight contest. First, we will welcome a native of Culiacan, Sinaloa, Mexico, now making his home in Bratislava, Slovakia. He has 51 professional bouts to his credit. Let's welcome Cristian Lopez Flores. And now let's welcome from Riyadh, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, undefeated with 4 wins, one of his 4 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is Ziad Zizo Almayu. First to the scale, Cristian Lopez Flores. £142 for Cristian Lopez Flores. Now we welcome to the scale, Ziad Almayu. $144.4 for Ziad Zizo Almayu.
We haven't actually seen Cristian Lopez this week. This is our first sight of the Mexican. The record will say 35 defeats, but no one stops him. He's only been stopped like 3 or 4 times. So he's going to be there for all the rounds here. So it's going to be interesting how Almayu navigates this one, Barry.
It is, yeah, because if Almayu starts too fast and throws over, all of a sudden something to be which I guess he will come forward fighter, looking at his face, then I think he might be in for a hard night. But I think Almayu has learned in every fight. I think he'll know enough now, certainly with the people they have in his corner, to pick his moments when to attack and see and test the waters with a bit of power. But he's predominantly a boxer, and that's what he'll be looking to do.
Yeah, I've been impressed with Almayu. A work in progress, but he lives the dream. He works hard, and he really wants to be the flag bearer for this country's boxing.
Our next two combatants to the scale competing tomorrow night in a scheduled 4-round international heavyweight contest. First, let's welcome, coming to us from Sternberg, Czech Republic. He is undefeated with 2 wins. One of his 2 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is Martin Svarge. And now let's welcome from Salford, England, undefeated with 3 wins. One of his 3 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is Roman Fury. First, we will welcome to the scale, Martin Svarge. £225.6 for Martin Svarge. Now to the scale, Roman Fury. £224 for Roman Fury.
Here we go, Roman Fury, brother obviously of Tyson Fury, Tommy Fury. This will be his 4th professional fight against Martin Svarge. He's now a heavyweight as well. We spoke to John Fury, Darren, and he said like he won his last fight by knockout as a heavyweight, so let's stay at heavyweight.
Yeah, he said he'll only fill out. He's another one who's a work in progress, but there's a lot to work with Roman Fury. He's got good feet, good hands, and he's got that name. And when you carry that name, special things happen.
Our next 2 combatants to the scale competing tomorrow night in a scheduled 10-round contest, and it is a WBC special event heavyweight contest. We will first welcome, coming to us from Johannesburg, South Africa. He brings a professional record consisting of 30 wins, 2 defeats, 14 wins, coming by way of knockout. He is the former IBO Cruiserweight champion, Kevin, the KO Kid Loreno. And now we welcome from Brisbane, Queensland, Australia, undefeated with 8 wins. 4 of his 8 wins come by way of knockout. He is the Australia heavyweight champion, Justice Hooney. We welcome to the scale first, Kevin Loreno. £232.4 for Kevin, the KO Kid Loreno. Now to the scale, Justice Hooney. $243.2 for Justice Hooney.
You probably saw Kevin Loreno as he got on the scales there point to the skies. We got the very sad news that Kevin Lorena's mother had passed away after a long battle with illness yesterday. And he still fights. I mean, it's testament to who he is.
Heart, courage. I mean, my heart goes out to him and his family, but he's fighting for somebody else now. He's fighting for his mother's honor, and I mean, it's such terrible news. But the show goes on. He's willing to get in there. What a man.
Our next two combatants to the scale competing tomorrow night in a scheduled 10-round contest. It is a eliminator for the WBC Silver Super Welterweight Championship. Let's welcome to the scale first from Kent, England. His professional record, 16 wins, 4 defeats, 10 of his 16 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is Louie, the Medway Mauler Green. And now let's welcome from Liverpool, England, undefeated with 9 wins, 1 draw, 6 of his 9 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is Jack, the Pilgrim McAn. And we welcome to the scale first, Louie Green. $153.2 for Louie, the Medway Mauler Green. Now to the scale, Jack McAn. $153.4 for Jack, the Pilgrim McAn. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, these two competing tomorrow night in a scheduled 10-round contest. It is a eliminator for the WBC Silver Super Welterweight Championship.
Louie Green is mean mugging, right? I mean, there is no smiles, there is no playtime with him. I think we all know what he's going to bring in the ring on Friday.
That's going to be a brilliant fight. You know, what has McAn got? We know what Green's got. He's a handful, full of pressure. It's a brilliant fight.
Look who's joined us, the Haymaker, David Haye, fresh from Costa Rica as well. You can see the tan. David, great to have you. Looking in great shape.
Doesn't age.
As always. I mean, do you put on weight, David?
I do. I put
when?
on a bit
Where?
Gradually, I'm about 100 kilos. That's a bit more than when I was fighting, but it's all about the abs. It's all about being on that beach looking fresh and young and ready for the future.
Could the future ever be a comeback fight here? I mean, could you ever do it again? Again, you're in great shape. We know sometimes the body doesn't hold up to what you put it through in the lead up to a camp, but surely you must have had a phone call about an 8-rounder or a 10-rounder.
It's been 7 years since I fought Tony Bellew the first time round, and I've healed. It's been a long time I've healed, but maybe going for George Foreman's 45-year-old heavyweight title. That could give it a couple more years. I'm 43 now. It can be done. It's been done before.
Tony Bellew rematch. Tony Bellew trilogy. Look at me, adding the promoter again. Adding the promoter. How good is it to be here, David, for these, the main and co-main especially? Obviously, AJ and Ngannou, and then Zhang Parker.
These are those magic fights that people talk about that never actually take place. They're the mythical fights. This guy from MMA fighting the best boxing world. It never happens, but it is now. The fights that everybody dreamed of are just happening every couple of months now, and it's changed the whole landscape of boxing. You know, promoters are now working together. Long are they battling with each other and trying to outdo each other in purse bids here and there. Now they're coming together they're coming to Saudi and the big shows are taking place collectively. All of the best promoters, fighters, managers, everyone's coming here for the fans' entertainment.
They certainly are. Let's talk about Anthony Joshua. Obviously, look, 2023 was an incredible comeback year for him. It's difficult, right? 2 back-to-back defeats against Usyk. The final fight we saw him was against Otto Wallin, and he looked really good in that. Everyone's saying AJ back to his best.
Yeah, the first couple of fights he had, he was very measured, he was taking his time, but the Otto Wallin fight, I liked the fact he took his time, he didn't rush, he was picking his punches, he was working on his distance, and he seemed very, very in control, and he needs that type of energy going into an Ngannou fight. Against Otto Wallin, he came to win, but he didn't fight like his life depended on it. Ngannou's a different beast altogether. I definitely feel the fights that he's had since Usyk have prepared him for this type of fight. The fight that he needs to be in, the safest possible fight for him is using his skills, using his lateral movement, using his physical ability, standing and trading, which I wanted in the fights when he came back, because we thought he needed that against Usyk. But against Ngannou, I wouldn't advise standing, trading. Tyson Fury tried to. As soon as he got caught with that left hand, he was on the deck. And I saw him hitting one of those punch machines, went to 999. If you stand with Ngannou, no matter who you are, if you're a human being and get hit by him, you're going to, at least you're getting put down real heavy.
Yeah, I got 964 on the punch machine, by the way. We've got to go back. David, stick with us, because Thomas Triber is ready for more weigh-ins.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next 2 combatants to the scale competing tomorrow night in a scheduled 10-round contest. It will be for the vacant WBA International Lightweight Championship. Let's first welcome, coming to us from Portsmouth, England. He is undefeated with 14 wins, 10 of his 14 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the current IBF European Lightweight Champion, Mark Thunder Chamberlain.
We be the infamous, you heard of us. Official Queensbridge murderers. Tomorrow comes equipped for warfare. Beware of my crime family who got enough shots to share for all those.
And now let's welcome from Treharris, Wales. He brings a professional record consisting of 17 wins, 2 defeats, 1 draw, with 5 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the current EBU European Lightweight Champion, Gavin Gwyn.
I'm from Cardiff and I love Cardiff, but I'm not Cardiff when I play FIFA. Who's up at this time of morning, calling? All of my head's just not yawning, warning. Bottle of brandy still pouring, gotta get a taxi home, I'm not walking. Who's up at this time of morning, calling? All of my head's
First to the scale, the undefeated Mark Chamberlain. 134.6 for Mark Thunder Chamberlain. Now to the scale, Gavin Gwyn. Same as his opponent, 134.6 pounds for Gavin Gwyn. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, these 2 competing tomorrow night in a scheduled 10-round contest for the vacant WBA International Lightweight Championship.
Here we go, genuine 50-50 scrap here. 2 guys, 2 champions in their own right as well. Mark Chamberlain, unbeaten. Gavin Gwyn has faced a lot of good fighters, some good wins on the resume as well. Barry, I know you're excited about this one.
No, yeah, I am. This is the theme of the show, really. It's another big step up for Mark Chamberlain here. So he's a big puncher, a good boxer, but Gavin Gwyn suffocates you with pressure. Not the biggest puncher, but his output is tremendous. He's a big guy for the weight. He won't stop throwing punches, and his foot will be right in the centre of your stance. How Chamberlain copes with that will be whether he wins or loses the fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next 2 combatants to the scale competing tomorrow night in a scheduled 12-round contest. It will be for the vacant WBA Super Welterweight Championship of the World. It is brought to you in association with RCC Promotions. First, coming to us from Ekaterinburg, Russia. He brings an undefeated record with 25 wins, 13 wins, coming by way of knockout. Here is the #2 ranked contender in the world by the WBA, Magomed, Black Lion, Kurbanov.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building.
And now let's welcome from Kaiva, Uzbekistan. He brings an undefeated record with 9 wins, 1 draw, 6 of his 9 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the #1 ranked contender in the world by the WBA, Israel, the Dream, Mudre. We welcome to the scale first, Magomed Kurbanov. $153.6 for Magomed, Black Lion, Kurbanov. Now to the scale, Israel Madrimov. $153.6 for Israel, the Dream, Madrimov.
Madrimov versus Kurbanov. Remember, they're fighting for the vacant WBA 154-pound belt. This belt was vacated by Jamel Charlo, the undisputed champion. This now is Jamel Charlo's champion in recess situation.
And a scheduled 12-round contest for the vacant WBA Super Welterweight Championship of the World.
Yeah, good fight. I'm glad it's back on. I think we're going to see a bit of everything in this fight. I think it's going to be a chess match at time. We'll see some class boxing and some heavy punching. Good fight.
Yeah, these are 2 real good technicians here. So it's going to be thoughtful earlier on, but I think by the midway stage, there's that holding their feet, and that's where the excitement will happen.
Both of those are unbeaten, David. Is it a case of just both of those guys don't think they can lose? Does that make it a bit more special because someone's always got to go?
Makes it very special. You know, when you've got 2 undefeated fighters, they believe the hype. They've never been beaten. They believe they're going to be the next world champion. And when you get those clashes, it makes for... They go beyond the point where fighters who have been beaten in the past understand what it's like to lose, where they thought they have to push beyond. So I believe this fight's going to be a cracker. Very quickly, final one on this. Obviously, this fight was on, off, on, off. It's now on. How difficult is that for the fighters? Where you think you're going to fight, and then you've been told you're not fighting, and then you are going to fight. How difficult is that, especially when you've got to make weight?
Well, I'll be intrigued to see how the last week played out. You know, you're very stringent in your preparation to a fight. So when it's off, it's on, you know, especially the weight as well. Getting down to the weight, you think it's off, you might start eating, overeating, and it's difficult, but it just shows the professionalism of these 2 fighters, that they both made the weight. And let me tell you now, like David said, like Barry said, it's a very good fight.
Nick Ball versus Ray Vargas is going to be our next fight on the scales. I mean, that is intriguing because of the height, but in terms of where both fighters are in their careers, very genuine 50-50 fight.
Yeah, but you have to make Vargas a big favourite, I think, just because his body of work, and he's lost 1 fight, his last fight, but that was the moving up in the weight.
Not been active though, has he?
He hasn't been active, and the way he was walking around yesterday, he looked like a guy maybe who's maybe on his way out. Who knows? But Nick Ball's 100 miles an hour, full of energy. You'll see him on the scales. You'll see him head to head, and you'll think it's a 1-horse race because
head to chest.
Head to chest.
Head to chest. That's what it will be. Head to chest.
It looks like me and David. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
But the little guy in that contest has a really good shot, and like this one. But I'm going against the grain here, and I think Nick Ball will do the job. But all logic says that Vargas should win comfortably.
Okay, Thomas Triber's ready to get those fighters on the scales, so let's throw it back downstairs to our MC.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next 2 combatants to the scale, competing tomorrow night in a 12-round contest, and it will be for the WBC Featherweight Championship of the World. brought to you in association with TGB Promotions. Let's first welcome the challenger, coming to us from Liverpool, England. He brings an undefeated record with 19 wins, 11 of his 19 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the current WBC silver featherweight champion, Nick the Wrecking Bull. And now we welcome the defending world champion, coming to us from Otumba, Mexico, Mexico. He brings a professional record of 36 wins, just 1 defeat, 22 wins. Coming by way of knockout, he is the former WBC Super Bantamweight World Champion, and tomorrow night, the reigning and defending WBC Featherweight Champion of the World, Ray Vargas.
That's it. You know we finally here, right? Well, it's Friday then, it's Saturday, Sunday.
First to the scale, the undefeated challenger, Nick Ball. £126 for Nick the Wrecking Bull. Now to the scale, the defending world champion, Ray Vargas. £125 for Ray Vargas.
Every time I see a fighter come in a pound below where they could, I'm like, did they get it wrong? Did they miss it a little bit?
Especially the size of Vargas, he's huge. But do you know what? I'm with Barry here. I'm going against the grain slightly. Everything says that you should pick Vargas here, but there's just something about Bull that I've been so impressed with.
12-round contest for the WBC Featherweight
being a pound underweight, sometimes, ironically, is a sign that you struggle to make the weight. Doesn't make any sense because they tried so hard to get the weight off, then right to the last minute, they just got a little bit too much. It's a crazy size difference.
It really is.
It really is.
I said it right, head to chest. I was telling the truth. It's genuine head to chest.
But like you, David and Goliath.
It's actually less of a height difference than when I challenged for my heavyweight title.
And it didn't stop you winning that belt.
It certainly didn't. Bull can do it.
What Bull was never experienced before is that Vargas will fire back when he gets close. Usually Bull, when he gets close and hits you, people cover up and look at them.
Don't pull them apart, a bit more. We got time, a bit more. Ariel Helwani is standing with the challenger Nick Bull. Let's hear from Ariel Helwani and Nick Bull.
Thank you, Ade. Nick, massive opportunity for you. That was a tremendous stare down right there. A lot of people would look at that stare down and say there's a height disadvantage for you. Why is this actually to your advantage, in your opinion?
I'm used to fighting people taller. I've done it my whole life, done it my whole career. It's not new to me, and yeah, I make it work to my advantage when I'm in the ring, and they struggle more punching down than I will punching up. Yeah.
You're 24 hours away from fighting for the WBC featherweight title. Massive opportunity, the biggest opportunity of your career. Can you put into words how you're feeling the night before this massive, massive test?
Feeling laser focused, ready to get the job done, yeah, and just remaining focused. That's the main goal at the minute.
Can't wait for it. I hear Liverpool as well in the house. Well done to you, and happy belated birthday, my man. Good luck.
Appreciate it.
There he is, Nick Ball, the challenger. We'll make our way over here to the champion, Ray Vargas, who is defending his WBC. Hello, Eddie, how are you? Ray Vargas is here defending his title. Massive opportunity, massive title defense for you as well. Coming off your first pro loss, could I ask, Ray, what are the lessons that you learned from that fight against Foster?
Rey, vienes de una derrota. ¿Qué has aprendido de esa derrota para poder enfrentar a Nick Ball en esta pelea, en esta función tan grande?
Pues yo creo que siempre hay cosas que aprender y que he aprendido que tengo que disfrutar más. También he aprendido que somos grandes porque no cualquiera se atreve a hacer esos retos.
Well, I learned a lot of things from my loss, but the most I learned, and I think this is it got to me that I need to live. I need to be like myself, right? And that I'm big, and nobody is able to take challenges that way. I'm taking challenges. I went up in a division, taking the risk of losing or winning, but I mean, I learned that I need to take more challenges.
And Nick is on fire, undefeated, so hungry. He wants that title. In his opinion, what are the keys to defeating Nick Ball?
Bueno, Nick viene con todas las ganas, tiene hambre, es invicto, quiere este título. ¿Cómo lo podrías derrotar?
Pues sí, yo creo que todos quieren siempre tirar a la cabeza que soy yo el campeón y ese es el punto, siempre estarlos manteniendo a distancia de que no se acerquen al título.
Well, I mean, every fighter wants the title. Definitely, I got the title. Obviously, they want a shot of the title, so they want a shot to the head. So I'm gonna keep him to the distance. I mean, he wants to go after the belt, myself, so I'm gonna keep it to the distance. That's the way it's going to be.
Thank you, gracias. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
I love that, by the way. I love how both Nick Ball and Rey Vargas speak. You can hear that both of them super confident. Nick that he will become a world champion, and Vargas that he will retain his belt as well. I'd like the face-off as well, Barry. Like, you know me, I love a bit of spice, and I love the fact that they were going nose to nose there. I don't mind that.
Again, what we say about this is the last time you're going to see your opponent before the bell ring, so you want to give him a little bit of edge. And Nick Ball, you know, he is that intense, so he wanted to show Vargas that he's come, and he's going to come 100%. He's going to give it, but Vargas is an experienced campaigner. He's been in some fantastic fighters, in three-weight divisions. So he's not going to be fazed by this, of course.
David, you know us as fans that know nothing about the sport, that have never laced up the gloves. When we see a face-off and someone turns away, we take so much from it. Is there anything in that at all?
People overanalyze who blinks first, who turns their head away first. The work's been done. Sometimes you can see, I'd like to believe when I'm looking into someone's eyes that I can see some quit in them or look into their soul. But as you go up in levels, you don't see it. When you're fighting world champions, experienced fighters who've been to Olympics and won world titles, you look at your eyes, you're seeing what you're feeling, and that's, confidence. So I didn't see any break in either of those two. Vargas been there, done it, seen it. Ball looked like he was ready to go. He's ready to start wrecking. And that's what we want to start seeing. The energy was perfect from Ball tonight. It was exactly what you want to see the night before your biggest fight.
It certainly is. All right, we've got co-main and main event to come, and we've switched up MCs for this one as well, because this is going up 11 now. So let's hand it down to legendary Hall of Fame ring announcer, Mr. Michael Buffer.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, good evening, and we thank you for this capacity crowd here as the weigh-in continues. This is for the final two bouts of Knockout Chaos. Now, we would like to extend our gratitude to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, to the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, His Royal Highness the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, and His Excellency, Chairman of the General Entertainment Authority, Turkey Al Sheikh. Knockout Chaos is a presentation of Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Boxing and Frank Warren's Queensberry Promotions in conjunction with Riyadh Season, National Events Center, the General Entertainment Authority, Gold Star Promotions, Gimmick and Sella, and the co-featured in association with Let's Get It On Promotions. Now, the co-featured attraction, 12 rounds of boxing for the interim WBO World Heavyweight Championship. Let's bring the fighters to the stage and to the scales. First, the challenger coming to the stage. His professional record, an excellent one. 34 victories, 23 big wins by knockout, only 3 defeats from South Auckland, New Zealand. Ladies and gentlemen, Lupe Soliai Laole Ola Maliatoa, a.k.a. Big Joseph Parker. And let's welcome his opponent to the stage. He's the defending champion. His record also an excellent one. 26 victories, 21 of those 26 by knockout. Only one defeat with one draw from Choukou, China and New Jersey, USA. The defending interim WBO World Heavyweight Champion, Big Bang Jang Jile!
Parker, but are you gonna bang though? From China, but are you gonna bang though? Don't speak English, but are you gonna bang though? Not at Joyce, but are you gonna bang though? But are you gonna bang though? 6'6", but are you gonna bang though?
Stepping onto the scales first will be the challenger from New Zealand, Big Joseph Parker. On the scales first. Once again, his record stands at an outstanding one. 34 victories, 23 KOs. Official weight is 247.6 pounds. 247.6. Next onto the scales is the defending champion. His record, 26 victories, 21 by KO. Only one defeat with one draw. On the scales, the defending interim champion. $291.6 pounds for the WBO interim heavyweight champion.
Hey, did I hear correct there? Was that 291 pounds, David?
Surely was, and it's not much junk on him. That's all good stuff. He's a problem. He's a big, big problem.
Wow.
Season here in Riyadh, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Here they are face to face. Big Joseph Parker, Big Bang Jang Jile.
This is a main event anywhere. O2 Arena sells it out, AO Arena sells out. It's co-main event tomorrow.
And it's such a really good fight. You've got a guy who can be very mobile, technically good, in Joseph Parker. And then you've got a guy who technically very good and heavy-handed with either hand. So it could finish in the first, second, or it can go 12 rounds this fight. It's an absolutely really intriguing one, Dave.
Off the strength of both their last fights, you know, this is, as you said, it's a main event anywhere in the world. Anyone who's into heavyweight boxing, of Parker's performance against Wilder, of the two big fights against Joyce with Zhang, this is massive. For me, this is the big fight in the heavyweight division. Yeah, for sure.
This is special. Let's hear from Joseph Parker. He's with Ariel Helwani.
Haye, thank you very much. Joseph, the guys were just saying, any other card, any place, any arena in the world, this is a main event. It's a co-main event on Friday. It's sort of flying under the radar. Do you like that spot? Do you like that there's less attention on you?
Listen, I think it doesn't really matter about the attention or not. I think we're both here to do a job. We're both well prepared. I've trained very hard with my team, George and Andy, and I'm ready to go. Ready to go tomorrow night.
That is a massive man. He is gigantic,
big
right?
Man.
How do you use that to his disadvantage? How do you try to use his size and his girth to his disadvantage?
He's a big man, big head, big body, and a big target. And we've done everything right in camp. I've had great rounds of sparring, so I want to go out there and show everyone what I've been working on.
I can't wait for it. Good luck to you, my friend. All the best. There he is, Joseph Parker. Golly, I can't wait for this fight. Let's talk to Big Bang Jang himself. Hello, Frank. How are you? Representing Bloomfield, New Jersey, and China, of course, Mr. Big Bang Jang, Jile Jang himself. By the way, I like the remix to the song. Well done on that. What a fight this is. Love the stare down as well. He was very aggressive against Deontay Wilder. Sort of caught Deontay Wilder by surprise. Is Jile expecting that kind of aggressiveness from Joseph Parker on Friday night?
帕克·德维德打得非常有进攻性，你觉得他会对你一样的有进攻性吗？
那就来嘛，一切都结束了，魔鬼班的训练也结束了，然后今天最后一天称重活动也结束了，然后明天晚上，然后开始上台战斗。
If he wants to be aggressive, so be it. Everything's finished. Hard work's finished. All the talk's finished. I see him tomorrow night.
And yes, yesterday he said that he was going to bang Jang. I wonder how you feel about that. But we've heard a lot of talk about what the winner of the main event is getting. We know about May 18th. In his opinion, what does a win get Jile Jang? Where does that put him in the heavyweight division?
如果赢了，对你来说，在重量级这个领域里面，你的位置在哪里？
我的位置在顶峰。
Put me right on the top.
Can't wait. Good luck to you, my friend.
Thank you.
Guys, back to you.
Zhang has this way of smiling and tricking you, but deep down he's very, very menacing, isn't he?
He is. Out of all the heavyweights in the world, if I was competing now, he'd be in my eyes the toughest to beat. I'm talking Fury, AJ, Ngannou. His style, his rhythm, now that he's started to actually put some conditioning in, now he can fight for the longer rounds. When he fought Filip Hrgovic, he ran out of gas. But against Joyce, he kept it grinding. And he realized the only reason he was beatable was because he ran out of steam. Now that he seems to have addressed that, he's a real problem for anyone. His chin's solid, he punches from crazy angles, good work rate, educated pressure, the way he steps back and counters. He's a problem for anyone. I thought Parker wasn't gonna beat Wilder, if I'm honest. I didn't think he had a chance off the strength of him losing against Joyce as he did. But he showed he's rejuvenated. He seems like he's gone in a time machine and gone back to the good old days because he's looking fresh as a daisy. But it's going to be so difficult to beat this Zhang. It's going to be so difficult.
All right, it's a main event weigh-in time. Anthony Joshua versus Francis Ngannou, former two-time unified heavyweight champion against former UFC heavyweight champion. A couple of Greek gods are going to step on the scales here in a Greek auditorium. Let's throw it back downstairs to Michael Buffer.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the weigh-in continues as we move to the main event of tomorrow night. And once again, this is chaos, knockout chaos, and we would like to extend our gratitude to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, His Royal Highness the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, and His Excellency, Chairman of the General Entertainment Authority, Turki Al Sheikh. Knockout chaos in this main event is a presentation of Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Boxing and Frank Warren for Queensberry Promotions. In conjunction with Riyadh Season, National Events Center, the General Entertainment Authority, Gold Star Promotions, Gimmick, and Sella. So now, ladies and gentlemen, our main event is up next. This is, without a doubt, power versus power, one of the most dramatic heavyweight confrontations you'll see in many, many years. 10 rounds it's scheduled for, and it's in the heavyweight division. Let's bring the fighters to the stage at this time. First, he shocked the world in his boxing debut right here in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. And now he plans to shock the world again, this time with a victory. From Cameroon, the UFC and MMA heavyweight world champion, Mesdames et Messieurs, Le Predator, Francis Ngannou!
Francis Ngannou. Hit you like Francis Ngannou. Hit you like Ngannou. Francis Ngannou. I'm feeling like Francis Ngannou. Big boy strong, hit you with a bottle, love who.
And now his opponent, ladies and gentlemen, his professional record stands at 27 victories, 24 by knockout victory with 3 defeats. He's an Olympic gold medal champion from Watford, England, United Kingdom, and the former 2-time heavyweight champion of the world, AJ Anthony Joshua.
From a war, them war, gunshot, them get. Black talent fly through face and I pop them head from off of them neck. Again, war, them war, gunshot, them get. Black talent fly through face and I pop them head from off of them neck. Tell them it's a war, they can't run from. No wonder where me get the gun from. Buzzing in the sky, you would have burned like it's suntan. 26 feet wide, if I can't know, me can't done one. Pass me the gun from. You know I'm slow down, make me done one. Skip, not those.
First on the scales will be the Predator. the MMA World Champion, known for his power, as this is a power versus power contest. First on to the scales, the MMA World Champion in the heavyweight division. He shocked the world a few months ago, but now he's out for victory and shocked the world again. From Cameroon, the UFC MMA World Heavyweight Champion, Le Predator, Francis Ngannou. 272.6, 272 pounds, .6. Next on to the scales, the Olympic gold medalist, the former two-time heavyweight world champion, AJ Anthony Joshua. $252.4 pounds for the two-time world champion, the Olympic gold medalist, AJ Anthony Joshua.
I feel like I've been waiting for this, just this moment for 4 days. Like, can I just see a face-off between these two giants?
Main event fighters for tomorrow night. Knockout chaos, power versus power. The Predator versus AJ. A battle of the ages. Boxing fans, are you ready? The Predator, Francis Ngannou. The former two-time world champion, AJ Anthony Joshua. Power versus power, the Predator versus AJ. The main event tomorrow night. Here in Riyadh, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
I didn't want to talk over that. I wanted it just to breathe by itself, just so we could witness what we were witnessing there, and it was fantastic. Francis Ngannou is on the stage with Ariel Helwani. Ariel, take it away.
Yes, I'm here with Le Predator, Francis Ngannou. What a crowd over here. It seems like Cameroon is in the house. Can I ask you, Francis, the mindset going into Tyson versus the mindset going into AJ. What's the difference between this Francis and the one that we saw back in October?
It's basically the same mindset. You know, I'm just, you know, obviously I have learned a little bit from the last fight, from the last camp, leading up to this one. So I get a little bit of experience, but the mindset is still the same. You know, this is just my second boxing match. Even though I'm taking the two best guy in the world in the boxing, but it's still my second boxing match. So my mindset is still the same. I'm an underdog. I'm going out there to prove, you know, that you can be an underdog and make it, you know, and then stand my ground.
I love when you face off with him. There's always a bit of a smirk, almost like you know something that everyone else doesn't know. There's a little smile on your face. What do you know about this fight on Friday that everyone else doesn't seem to know?
No, I think sometimes it just make me laugh a little bit because I know that, okay, we are going to fight in boxing rules, but what happened if it was just a free fight on MMA rules? I would smoke those guys.
I love it. Your official prediction, Francis, what is it?
And I'm the only one to go in the backyard. None of them can come to my backyard. I'll take two of them at once.
And twice on Sunday, I believe. Your official prediction, what is it?
My official prediction is me leaving the ring with the victory.
Good luck to you, my friend. Can't wait.
Thank you very
Francis Ngannou, Le Predateur, the former UFC heavyweight champion, flanked by his team. Now let us say hello to the two-time champ, the Olympic gold medalist, Anthony Joshua. Anthony, nice to meet you formally in person for the first time. You have been so calm, cool, and collected all week. When Tyson fought Francis, a little bit loose, a little bit more relaxed. I don't see that. Even right now, I feel like you're staring a hole through my face. Can you tell us what's going on in your mind before this massive fight on Friday night?
Not much. How's everyone doing tonight in Saudi Arabia? That's the energy that we're bringing tomorrow, really. So you can feel it in the air already. The energy's good.
Do you respect him as a fighter?
Always, always.
Do you think that was part of the problem with Tyson, that perhaps he didn't do that and you're not going to make the same mistake?
I'm not too sure if Tyson's local, but he can answer those questions himself. I can't be a spokesman for Tyson.
That is fair enough. Can I ask you this? August of 2022, you were up on the dais with that man. You were in tears. A lot of people thought you were done. What's the difference between this Anthony Joshua on a 3-fight winning streak back here in Saudi Arabia, one step away from fighting for undisputed gold, compared to the man in August of 2022? Because you seem to be a completely different person and fighter.
Sometimes when you bow your head, you make prayers, miracles do happen. That's all I can say. God is good. God is good. He's working in my favor.
Official prediction?
Say that again.
Official prediction. What is it from you?
Official prediction?
Yeah.
What are we saying? I deliver. I'm the postman.
By any means necessary. And what a surprise, no AirPod this time. You've thrown a curveball our way.
Why do people watch every little detail?
Because you're the man.
I am the man. I'm Anthony Joshua.
Much respect, my friend. Good luck to you. There he is, guys. Anthony Joshua.
He is.
Oh,
Here's Anthony Joshua. He's right? Former unified heavyweight champion of the world. That stare down. Oh, God, goosebumps.
I literally had goosebumps. I really did. I mean, the energy in this auditorium was something else. And he looks very relaxed. He looks calm. He looks focused. But look, let's get it right. He will be a huge favourite. But when you see his opponent, Ngannou, he knows he's in a real fight here. That man is a physical specimen.
You see Ngannou, the way Ngannou was moving his head around, having a look around Joshua's side, trying to see if he could sort of deflect his attention. Pretty cool, that one. Very cool.
Ngannou always references the fact that if this was MMA, I'd beat all of you guys. This isn't MMA, it's boxing.
It isn't, but in the back of his mind, he's looking and thinking, I could crush you right now. No one can finish. And he's right. With open rules, but within boxing, he's come out of mixed martial arts rules and only doing punching. He's used to choking, kicking, kneeing. He's shown something that no other MMA fighter has done before. He's gone in there against arguably the best heavyweight in the world in boxing, and on many people's scorecards won the fight. So Anthony Joshua knows that. Anthony Joshua's got a heads up that this guy isn't just an MMA fighter. He's a legitimate world-level boxer who was able to win many rounds and knock down Tyson Fury. That I think, is what's going to make Anthony Joshua rise to the occasion. If that fight, if Anthony Joshua was to have fought Ngannou without Ngannou fighting Tyson Fury, he'd have had a hard night. Now that he knows he's got to raise his game, through necessity, I think he's going to bring the best out in Anthony Joshua.
Sorry to move away from that. On the screen now, I can see Conor Benn and Manny Pacquiao close to close. Looks like they're having a little conversation there. I wonder what's going on there. Hopefully we can find out in the next few minutes, because there's been a lot of rumors about Conor Benn versus Manny Pacquiao. Back to the main event, obviously, on Friday. Anthony Joshua does look a lot more calm, a lot more collected. He just looks more sure of himself, Barry.
Yeah, he does. Well, like David mentioned earlier about, you've had those fights where you had to be built, and I think with every fight he boxed a little bit different and a little bit better, and he's got momentum on his side. And I think the Wallin fight was the finish of that. I think he was patient, accurate with his work, and we saw the good rhythm, and that's important for rhythm. I think for Joshua in this fight, he needs a good jab, keep his shape, and patience, because Ngannou is going to be a hard brick to crack. So he needs to have plenty of patience in his work and the belief. And I think if he has that, he should, we said this about Tyson Fury, he should do a really good job.
20 pounds, you pointed it out straight away to me, Darren. It's a lot, isn't it? 20 pounds is a lot. It's a lot in any weight division. Some reason, in the heavyweights, you almost forget about it. It's still a big difference in weight between the two.
Well, look, it's the only division in boxing where you can weigh that much heavier than your opponent, but can he get that weight into the contest? Just quickly, I want to back up a little bit, and we've heard about the mental toughness of Francis Ngannou throughout his career, really, what he's gone through. But you've got to remember what Anthony Joshua's been through as well. He's suffered the good, the bad, the ugly. You know, there's always a spotlight on Anthony Joshua, but he's come back and he's performing as good as he's ever performed. So I just want to give tilt my hat to Anthony Joshua's mental toughness in this. And he's going to have to call on that tomorrow night, I've no doubt, because he's in there with a man that truly believes he's unstoppable. I just cannot wait for that first belt.
What does Anthony Joshua have to gain by beating Francis Ngannou?
He gains the baddest man on the planet. He's fighting the baddest man on the planet. The baddest man on the planet went from MMA into boxing, and he retained his title. I don't care what the judges said against Tyson Fury. Ngannou's still the baddest man on the planet. And if he beats the baddest man on the planet, he's now got that to go in with the winner of...
David, give me a couple of minutes, right? I mentioned Conor Benn and Manny Pacquiao looking like they were doing a face-to-face. They're actually on stage with Ariel Helwani. Ariel, what's going on? Fill us in.
Ade, quite the scene here. Conor Benn, Manny Pacquiao, Eddie Hearn. Eddie, I feel like I need to go to you first. I just saw these two face off. What is going on here?
No, listen, we're talking. This is a fight I love. It's a legend of the sport against one of the biggest young lions at 147 pounds. Sean Gibbons, our friend. Manny Pacquiao, it's an honour. If we could make this fight, we'd be very happy. Out here in Saudi Arabia, Wembley Stadium, we'll see. But we're talking, and as I said, I love the matchup. This guy, I believe, is the future at 147 pounds, and this man is one of the biggest legends in the sport of boxing.
Okay, so let me ask him a question. Manny, honored to be here with you. Is this a fight that you are interested in, you versus Conor Benn?
Yes, I believe that this he can give a good fight, and we can entertain the fans. It's been a while that I didn't fight a young fighter like him, so I'm excited for that.
How close is it to being done?
Well, I hope that we can get it done before we go back home.
Okay, interesting. Conor, this is a legend right here. Maybe not on the radar of some people after your last fight for a potential next fight for you. How did this all come about?
It wasn't on my radar, but it is idols to rivals. The public demand it. If the public want it, the public are going to get it. I've had not hidden anything in me wanting to go to 160, 154 to fighting legends of the game. I fight any man, anyone who's put in front of me. If the public want it, they can get it. And there's been fights that have fallen through. This fight can happen. Pacquiao wants to fight. Ben wants to fight. We can get it done.
How close is it to being done, in your opinion?
I'm ready to go now. I'm ready to go tomorrow. I'm sure he's ready to go. He looks in great shape. Yeah, he's always in great shape. We're both ready to go. Let's get the pen to the paper and get it done.
You impressed with this young man?
Oh yeah. I watched his couple fights before, and he's very good.
Okay, so finally for you, back to you, Eddie. How close is it to actually being done? Like, how close? Tell us. If this was a football field, are we on the 1 yard line?
Enjoy this beautiful place in Riyadh.
Yes, okay.
We'll continue talking. As I said, idols become rivals. This is a great fight. We'll see what happens.
All right. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it. Ade, quite the scene over here. Conor Benn, Manny Pacquiao, the whole team. It's madness down here, Ade.
I just turned around and looked over my shoulders, and I could barely see you in that scrum of cameras. But look, Conor Benn and Manny Pacquiao, they are there. It was a kind of a face-off, but you heard Manny Pacquiao. He said one key thing there. He wants to get this done before he goes home, which is only here for a couple of days. He wants this done in the next 48 hours. Conor Benn, Manny Pacquiao, any appetite for it?
I would say this is the place to get it done quick. They don't mess around over here. That'll be signed tonight, possibly.
Yeah.
People will watch it, of course they will. You wouldn't put these two together because one's a legend and one's still not in the learning process, but he hasn't really fought him at the world stage yet. But, listen, you have to, nowadays, we're in a crazy environment where all sorts of crazy fights are happening, and two marketable fighters, two big names, and it sort of makes sense on that point.
What I've realized on this Conor Benn journey is that Conor Benn obviously doesn't want to go that traditional route. He just wants big names, big fights, stadiums, arenas. I kind of get it because there was a gap where he wasn't in the ring, and he almost wants to just fast track now, doesn't he?
He seems good enough to do that. And Manny Pacquiao, what a name, what a legend. The seven weight world champion, it's a crazy amount of weights. He still looks fresh and he's still going. How old is he? 45, 44?
I'll say 45, 46, yeah.
And 8 weights.
And who would be the favourite in that fight?
Well, you've got to say Manny Pacquiao, haven't you? Stevens.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Yeah,
you have to. You have to.
Can you judge someone on their from 5, 6, 10, 15 years ago? Today against a young, hungry lion who's never lost, never tasted defeat. It's interesting.
I love the fact that people at home are going to be having that debate right now. Polls are going to be made up as well. Final word from you, Daz, before we do wrap. Friday night tomorrow is going to be special. Is that the whole week's been special, but we're all here for Friday.
Yeah, I mean, the whole build-up, even as this fight was announced back in the West End of London, when we did the initial press conference, it's just built, it's built, it's built. The energy at this weigh-in today was spectacular. You know 100%, look, the undercard's going to deliver, but just before that main event, just before that first bell, can you imagine the tension in the room? Something special is going to happen.
Something special is going to happen as well. Look, let's remind you of the fight card and what you can expect tomorrow. It really is a special night of boxing. Here's a reminder of what's coming your way on Friday night. 4 fights are available free to air from 3 o'clock in the UK. We do start with Andre Novitzki versus Juan Torres. Ziad Amoyouf takes on Christian Lopez. Flores Roman Fury will take on Martin Svark. And we wrap up the prelims with Jack McAn against Louie Green. The main broadcast begins at 6 o'clock. It's the heavyweight fight as well. Justice Hooney will take on Kevin Loreno. Gavin Gwyn versus Mark Chamberlain for the WBA International Lightweight Contest. WBA World Super Welterweight title. Again, this fight on-off, but I'm so happy it is on. Israel Madrimov versus Magomed Kurbanov. WBC World Featherweight title. Ray Vargas against Liverpudlian, the unbeaten Nick Bull. Jile Jang versus Joseph Parker. Many people's fight of the night. They battle it out for the interim WBO World Heavyweight title. And then the big boys, Anthony Joshua, 2-time former unified heavyweight champion of the world, takes on former UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Francis the Predator Ngannou. Woo! I can't wait. I can't wait. It's been 4 days of fun. David Haye will join us, as well as Kate Abdo, Todd Grisham, Mike Costello. The whole team is out here, and I think we're going to have something very, very special on Friday, David.
Listen, you're going to get fireworks. You're going to get some some knockouts. I'm positive of it. The 2 heavyweight fights, both of them are heavyweight fights that you will remember for many years to come. And I'm believing Anthony Joshua's class, experience, Olympic pedigree is going to shine through. Because can you imagine if an MMA fighter comes over to boxing in 2 fights? He didn't win the first one on paper and then beats Anthony Joshua. All of my MMA fans will never let me live it down.
They certainly won't. Ariel Helwani won't let us live it down as well. Quick word on Jile Jang, Joseph Parker.
It's a great fight. It really is. You know, Parker's on a real roll. Jang's his toughest test, I feel. And if he gets over the line there, he deserves a shot at maybe the winner of this.
All right, and final one for you, Nick Bull versus Ray Vargas.
Brilliant fight, really good fight. Like we've all said, you can't really go against Vargas, but there's something in this. Nick Bull, I've been so impressed with, I really have. And look, to take it away from you, scan that QR code.
Scan the QR code right now. Scan the QR code. There. Somewhere on that screen is the QR code, because honestly, this is something you don't want to miss. It really is going to be something very, very special. When this fight was announced a couple of months ago, I think there are a lot of people not quite sure about it. We're all sure about it now. Can Francis Ngannou, as David Haye says, shock the boxing world? Some say yes, some say no. The only way we're going to find out is if you tune in on Friday night. We'll all see you here tomorrow.
Live on DAZN worldwide, Friday, March 8th. Joshua versus Ngannou. His earthquaking power shocked the world. The left fury floored.
Big shot from Ngannou.
Now back into the ring. He seeks to knock down and knock out. But AJ is back. The pursuit of 3-time world champ is on. It's all to fight for in knockout chaos. Live on DAZN worldwide, Friday, March 8th.
Boxing on DAZN, sponsored by William Hill.
Something is coming. Something even they're afraid of. Oh my God.
They don't have to like each other. They just have to work together.
Is that a mini Kong?
Godzilla Kong, The New Empire, in cinemas, March 29.
Meet Darren. Darren never used to like the motorway. Then one day, he discovered a better way. Now Darren never hogs the middle lane and always keeps at least 2 seconds from the vehicle in front, reducing congestion, collisions, and transforming his journey. Take it away, Darren.
What a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man. Say it again now.
Little changes change everything. National Highways.
Boxing on DAZN, sponsored by William Hill.